discuss some certain issues that Stacy related to us that a lot of you have concerns about what we're doing in terms of critical care, medical decision-making, and SSD, Split Shared Services. The first group that was in, we had a large crowd. I kind of posed it to them, what they want to hear. So this is, I'm sure you guys are just going to come here and watch me drone on and on about all of the slideshow. So what are the most pressing concerns for you that you would like to discuss and review?
For me, it's like the admissions more than anything. It's like what the bill, outpatient ops, and the inpatient H&P, like, and consults. The H&P is usually complex. The consults and the ops consults, whether they're level 4 or 5, they're almost always routine. I mean, we admit a patient, they hear with chest pain, we do a stress test, or after we're doing some testing, and I've discussed with our APPs, and everybody seems to have a different kind of opinion on what level of their pain. We'll have the same exact patient come in, they're having chest pain, everybody does the same thorough H&P, and then we do a stress test, and some will go at a 5, and then I have other APPs that work with us that will go at a 3, I'm not the expert by any means, so we just got to get all on the same page of understanding, because there's a very routine thing, mostly in cardiology, most of our admissions, it's just kind of understanding what 3, 4, 5, but that is the consults and ops for.
I came up in the first group, and we weren't really told that was going to be the consult. More about the
They had more
critical care.
questions about critical care. We
Yeah.
spent pretty much the whole time discussing critical care.
And we kind of said that we're going to revisit the consult issue at another time.
But we
Well,
can
do that.
But we can
I
do
don't know what
consults
you
now.
think. I mean, are you more worried about critical care or consult? I mean, I don't do that much critical care billing. I feel like we do a lot of routine H&P consults and ops, and there's like a lot of question marks that I see. I don't know if you have a question for critical care more than
No, I mean, it's probably true. I mean, I think
for the DOD, right?
yeah, I think you're right about that.
How about you
Okay.
guys?
I'm interested in the critical care portion of it because I just don't bill critical care time ever. And I'm sure there are opportunities that I could.
I think we need both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean.
No, I think we need both.
what
We
do
need it all.
Yeah.
You want to start with critical care? It's a little more complex.
Yeah, I just want to make
3, 4,
sure I
5
got
levels.
enough information here about E&M to discuss the consult. We're prepared to talk about consult.
Your levels will be the same regardless if it's an H&P or a consult.
And you're just concerned about what is like considered a 4 versus a 5. So on this purple and yellow sheet that you have, there's, you'll see the different codes and the different, like statuses, so patient versus inpatient or observation, and it tells you the levels or what you have to have as far as the elements to meet that level of service. But also there's a table of risk in there.
Right, that's where the question comes up.
The table of risk.
Oh,
Yeah, the risk at the end of that. Yeah, that bottom one over there where that risk thing and then the, complexity or whatever.
So,
That's easy.
All the AGP history.
Yeah, that's
all
so
stuff, that's all
easy.
standard. They all know that. That's the
Right.
thing, it's just when you get down to the bottom, you're figuring it out, there's a lot of discrepancies, but I think.
so some of the things that I see a lot would be like, that really go into the high level, would be the types of drugs that you're giving them in the way. So if it's something through IV or like a injection or whatever, and that would be very violent. So if it's something that falls into one of those 3 categories across the bottom where it says high, then that would be considered high level of risk. But now you do have to take into account the number of problems you're managing and then what you're also doing for them. So say it's a new patient and there's only one problem that you're managing, and you do something, maybe like some type of testing or labs or whatever, you'll be able to get the 4 points at the top. So you have to take on the back of this sheet. Right. So on the back of this sheet, if you look at the top, there's 3 different boxes. The order your labs, you order some type of test. So maybe you ordered an EKG and read it, and you document in the note, you know, you put your interpretation, my read of whatever the EKG is, and then you'll get 1 point for ordering, 1 point for reviewing it. So that's 3 points. Then you get a point for labs, that's 4, so that goes into the high. And then you have, I mean, maybe this patient, you don't really know what's going on because it's a consult, so that's why you're doing these extra tests. So that may fall into the moderate level of risk, but it's still gonna be considered high because once you get all your points down here, you're gonna take whatever you have the most of or what's in the middle. So if you had high and then you had moderate and you had low, so you maybe only got 2 points, maybe you ordered a lab and something else, and you only got 2 points for that. But it was in the moderate, was in the middle, so that would make it moderate level. So you would take where you have the most checks in, or whatever's
If you have
in the
one check
middle.
in each of them, how do you count?
You take
one of those?
The middle, yeah.
But if you have 2 out of 3, it's still.
Then you
good.
take the 2 of them.
So that's where the discrepancy I've seen is, multiple admissions, is the stress testing. So we do cardiac stress tests, which falls under moderate risk here, but then you also count it as a new problem with new workup plans, so you end up 4. And so, that involves discussions about where is it now? Do you fall into the high or do you fall into the kind of the moderate? Because it's the same thing, your mind is thinking about the same thing. The stress test falls here, but it also falls here, right?
You get the points for ordering
I think
tests.
the thing
Right.
that confuses most providers is you have to take in account all 3 of these things.
Right.
And most of the time they're like, well, this patient's really sick and this and this and that, but they didn't do anything for them and they've been seeing them for the past 3 days. And so that might not make it a level of high level for the medical decision. It might be a high level of risk, but then the medical decision making might not be high just because of even the other issues that you
Let me just get like a straight answer on this question, so I know what we do. So if I were to stress test or an echo of somebody, I get 4 points for that. We're always gonna be looking at the EKG, we're always gonna be looking at chest X-ray, we must always get 4 points in the second one here. So anytime I see a patient order a stress test or echo, is around the 5. The only
If it's a new patient,
do
but now,
consult or do not consult.
and if it's established, if you have more than one issue that you're managing, like you would have to take that into account. So like an established patient, and you see them, you might see them once a month or however often you see them. But there's only one thing you're managing, then you probably more than likely have more than one diagnosis when you're managing your patient. So you would just have to count the number of diagnoses you have.
And established to our practice? or
To
established
you
me?
and.
Well, and then if you, like say, whoever works next door to you, saw the patient last month, it's gonna be established as long as, but no, the problem is to you.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
like
this
a
is
consult,
new
I'm talking about
problem
like a
to
consult in
you.
the hospital.
Yeah,
I've
he's
seen
talking
a
about
patient.
inpatient.
I'm talking about inpatient.
Inpatient,
I'm seeing a
okay.
new patient in the hospital as a consult.
Yes,
And
yes,
I want
yes.
to, and like, so, and I'm sorting a stress test record, that's automatically a new, it's a,
New problem.
what if they already have coronary disease, it's not necessarily a new problem.
But is it, but it's new.
You- Like, are they your
I guess
patient
it- I guess
in
it's
the
probably
clinic,
gonna be
or
if they're chest
they,
pain.
Right, so
like,
then
they're
does it
new
make
to you?
They're
so
new to
then
me,
that-
so then what if it's my patient in the clinic and I order a stress test on them as a consult, and is it an established patient, does it fall down to?
No,
Because you
Or
just
should
treated
they-
that problem before.
Right.
then it would be a new problem to you, but not established patient. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's established diagnosis, it's not established
Uh-huh.
patient, which
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me work for that, okay, so it's established diagnosis.
Mhm. So if you've seen them for it before, then yeah, you're already managed that at some other point.
But if they
So
come to
what-
the hospital with new chest pain, that's a
New
new problem.
problem,
So
right.
that's always gonna
But
be a new problem.
But it's not always gonna be a new problem, because if they have coronary disease, it's not a new problem, it's an established diagnosis, they have coronary disease, but now they have new chest pain, this is problem worsening, right? So that's 2 points.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it, because coronary disease would be established, but if they came in with acute chest pain, that would be a new problem.
So they can't have
So, okay, so any new chest pain is a new problem.
Mhm.
So it sounds like anytime you order a test, it's a lot of 5.
I mean, I think based on the documentation that we typically do, like with our practice, it probably is, it seems like. As
'Cause
long
you're
as we're
reviewing the
reviewing all
test.
Reviewing all the other records, and I'm looking at the stress test, interpreting the test, and that's all.
Right. something like my read or,
Yeah.
you know, something like that, so it's obvious that you actually read that and interpreted it.
Okay. Wow. I think it's a change compared to how a lot of us probably.
I think everybody builds probably run close to a 4.
Everybody builds 4 for that.
Right, because it's not necessarily, if I said something for a cat, because I always think, I end up looking at this table, where you're talking about EP and like contrast that is a higher risk, but this is moderate for stress tests, so I've always kind of built lower, but ultimately you have to look at this as guiding what you're doing. I don't know. I don't know, yeah, I don't know if this is ultimately that.
And this even talks about acute MI, you know, automatically puts it in the high risk. I know it's Extendis. Oh, yeah, sure, it'll be
All right.
That's extremely
This is
helpful.
like the reason I can't just answer that question.
He's done.
And then the first group, they're looking to start billing critical care, you know, even.
So we spent the whole time just talking about critical
It is
care.
kind of,
I think that would be useful too.
okay, all right.
All right, so what's next? Critical care?
Let's do it.
You guys have questions about split share services at all? No? Okay. Because again, that was one of the issues that Stacy brought up to us that everybody wants to talk about, but.
Maybe, what, can you
Nick.
just tell me exactly what that nuance is it only in critical care that it matters? 'Cause it-
No.
No, it's just a regular old,
So
So-
if an APP sees the patient before you, then you'll have to, and you wanna get split shared credit for that, then you have to document one of the 3 key elements, so the history, the physical exam, or medical decision making.
we all do that.
We
but
do all
you
three.
you have to say, I saw the patient, I did this, and blah, 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 and then I concur with the APP's note, and blah, 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 and then you can get your split share credit for that. That's essentially the key thing.
Basically, you can't just go sign a note
Sure.
and get split credit.
No, we don't necessarily do that.
When doctors put addendum up the top, you know how they have that box, is that okay to do or not okay to do?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, so essentially the split share, just to kind of hammer that home, this last bullet point here, there was no face-to-face encounter between the patient and the physician. Even though the physician participates in service only by reviewing the patient's medical record, then the service may only be billed under the APP's NPI. So in other words, you can't get credit for doing any work there.
Mhm, right. Well, they see them within the 24 hours.
Sensing questions, bubbling to the surface.
So what she's asking is, if someone sees, if the APPs see the patient overnight, and they, it's a new consult or whatever, you can do the split shared, I think, if it's within 24 hours, they sign that note, is that correct?
But the doctor has to see the patient.
Yeah, they see the patient in the morning,
What about a time frame, but I think that's fine,
yeah.
or they go back, you know.
Yeah, because they always see the patient in the morning, and then write an addendum to the HPI and do the physical and such.
As long as one of those 3 key
Yep.
elements are performed by the doctor in that encounter, then you can do the split share.
I think maybe the date of service would, I don't know about like how many hours, but as long as it say that are gonna call us on after,
Mallory.
Mallory, after Mallory, and he documented that he saw him on today instead of yesterday when she saw the patient, then you have to bill it on today's date instead of yesterday. That would be the only thing that I feel like be an issue.
Okay. Onward to critical care. Okay, in your folder, there's a sheet that says critical care in there. And it basically is a fact sheet from CMS as well that gives you the rundown of the overall points, basic elements of critical care, and what to do, what not to do. So basically, critical care is defined as an urgent medical situation where if you don't attend to the patient's needs right away, that patient's in imminent danger of dying or failing or something. So, just to read off one point, critical illness or injury that is completely impairs one or more vital organ systems in such a way that there is a high probability of imminent or life-threatening deterioration. So, we want to bring that up from the previous group. There was some question as what really defined critical care. Because some people would just bill critical care for just routine service, which is right. So I wanted to just touch base with that. So that's what critical care is, and that's in your sheet there too. So. Now with the criteria, you have to spend at least 30 minutes with the patient in order to bill for critical care. If it's less than 30 minutes, then you have to use another code, subsequent code, like 99232 or 233 or something like that. And also with critical care, you spend 30 minutes now, and then later on 20 minutes, or if you go down the hall and look up some labs and do some other work pertaining to that condition of the patient, all that time can be added up as critical care time, which you can bill. Making sense? Yeah, this one, again, there's more criteria here. Critical illness using high complexity decision-making to assess, manipulate, and support vital systems. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. And also requires personal attention of the provider. So, and also too, if the patient is unable to talk to you, and you need the patient's family there or whomever, and you're talking to them about that issue, about what to do, background, that also counts as time towards critical care that you can bill. Now, afterward, if you're just sitting down, talking to family, saying, how you guys doing? You guys holding up? That doesn't count as critical care time. So everything pertaining to that issue at the moment, again, whether it's going down to the bay there to talk to the nurses about the patient's condition at home, that all counts as critical care time. Sorry, my voice is starting to go. I hope it's not too annoying. So again, services not supporting critical care, daily management of the patient, routine updates, and again, that's all on your sheet as well. And oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'll be sending this out to everybody, this presentation, so you can reference it as well. So, we just talked about the time being continuous, intermittent, or aggregated. And again, time-based family discussions, illustrate post-work, patients unable to participate, and again, other family discussions not pertaining to that condition on hand does not count as critical care. And another goal we're waiting for, these are the codes that we use for critical care. So again, 30 minutes or more within, between 30 and 74 minutes, you would use 9921. And then anything beyond 74 minutes, you use a block of time here. It's every 30 minutes or so. You would add another 99292 to that 9921. That make sense?
So we build multiple codes. So if I'm there for an hour and a half, so maybe it's 2
As
hours.
critical care or
Right,
other
as
things?
critical care. So you just combine it, or if I'm there and I come back, so we stabilize, I'm there, everything's copacetic, I
Okay.
leave and go off. They call me and say he's bad again, and I rush back and I spend another 45 minutes. Do I change the code, or do I bill another code?
Well-
The first time you'll bill the 291, and then the next time you come in, you'll bill the 292, depending on how long
How
you
long?
stay with the patient, you might have to bill it 2 or 3 times, maybe just 1 time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, again,
That's it.
it's within the 30 to 74 minute time frame would be 9921.
Okay.
It's continuous or intermittent, and then you add it all up.
Okay.
Beyond that, then you would add 2291 plus 99292. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Are these codes able to be used, and this is more sort of pertains to interventional, but say somebody comes in with a acute MI, like a STEMI, and they're going to the lab, you know, but should they, do they routinely bill critical care time as well as, you know, going to the cath lab, should that be done, or?
I don't think you can do that. I don't think
I don't think you can do it.
I don't think folks do that. I think if it's a STEMI, that's it. I don't believe, as I remember, cath lab time does not count as critical care time.
Gotcha.
If you're coding somebody in the cath lab with a STEMI,
Sure.
that can't be,
But now if they
But
get,
what if they're in the ER, and you're dealing with them for 30 minutes or so to stabilize them to get them up to the lab, would that be?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
that's-
critical care, yeah.
Yeah, they would build the ER code, and then if you assume the care, and they're still in that critical state, then you would build critical care code. We have an example of that.
that's probably missed, I bet.
Gotcha,
I would
okay.
bet that kind of thing is, I suspect we don't build that.
In your sheet too, it also has a list of procedures that are not considered critical care, but did I say that correctly? Yeah, you can't include the time for that critical care.
This is the, I don't know if it's front or back, but inside it says time entries. And so it is the example of ones that, are included in the time for critical care.
What does that mean included? That means that you can use that time for doing that as part of it, or if there's three, that doesn't count towards it?
If you're, reviewing, like say it's an X-ray or something, that will be included in the time that you spend providing critical care services.
So it'd be five, if you spend 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes towards that time. Wow, okay.
Now, the key thing with critical care is documentation. It has to be medically necessary. And again, the old adage, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. You guys know that, I'm sure. So it just has to, and as I'm telling everybody, document. I mean, you don't have to add a lot of fluff, but again, I quoted one doctor on a location where patient was, status went downhill, I forgot what it turned out. And he used to like two-line blurb about what was going on, and he billed critical care. Doesn't cut it. If you're gonna be doing lab work, if you're gonna be looking at it, if you're gonna be doing a physical exam, if you're gonna, whatever you have to do to stabilize that patient, document it. To show that it's medically necessary, and this patient was in a bad situation that needed your direct intervention to stabilize that patient.
If you are called to a patient's room and you're in there for 10, 15 minutes before a rapid response is responded to and the critical care team gets there, do you bill? You don't bill, is that correct? Say that you're there 15 minutes and then another team comes, which is the critical care team, you don't, and you stay there, you don't bill that, do you? Because it's another.
You just went in there?
We went in there, started the process, said call rapid response and all this other stuff, and you're there and everyone gets there really quick. So you're still there, it's your patient, you're watching things, but the critical care physician has arrived. So they're the ones that take over and do the critical care billing.
You might bill a subsequent care, something that's under that 30-minute, maybe. I'm not sure all of that you were doing, but under that scenario.
So I'm sort of starting the code, as it were, before the critical care team gets there.
So they would just build a critical care team.
They would, because they would be there for the 30 minutes,
Right.
and I wasn't.
I mean, you can stay there if you want.
But I
you
can't
wouldn't be able
bill.
to for it.
I wouldn't bill, right, that's my
So
point.
you didn't do anything to stabilize it, you just went, oh crap, and you just called the critical care team?
Not so much oh crap, but, you know, how about some Lasix or some oxygen, get respiratory, those kinds of things, but
But you didn't meet the time.
didn't meet the
criteria.
time
Right.
criteria.
So you would do that subsequent coding then?
But say you saw the patient earlier in the day and they were fine, but later on that day they crashed and they had to have someone come in and see for critical care, then you would bill your, like, whether it was an initial visit or subsequent visit, you bill that, and then whoever comes in for critical care will also bill.
Right, right.
But if you're saying you're still staying in the room, so imagine she's saying staying in the room and helping hand off the transition of care, helping take care of this patient. I mean, critical care is doing a lot, but she didn't just leave. Like, and then it ends up being 30 minutes, then could she bill even though
No, it's only one.
She's directly involved in
Executive
it.
care, she's seeing the same problem that whoever would be coming in,
So two people can't bill for critical care at the same time, ever?
no.
There's only, you can only bill critical care per position per day.
Unless
Yeah,
now
no,
it's a different specialty.
Right, exactly.
Or, you know, someone's coming in to see the patient for something totally different than what yours managing.
So I mean, so I wonder if an example might be like if a patient goes into like, you know, they are, say they go into VT and we're there managing the rhythm but they've gone into respiratory arrest and the pulmonary comes in to
And they
help
can bill
manage the
all
patient
that.
intubate, can we both do
Yep,
critical
Yes.
care for that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's based on what the specialty needs are?
Right.
Okay.
You can't be managing the same issues and bill the same things.
Yeah, well, here's an example here. Pulmonologist and cardiologist participate in critical care of the same patient. They can bill the 9021 because they're different specialties. Okay, any other questions? You guys are quiet. First week was pretty crazy.
What is this statement here about the shared split physician, nurse practitioner, what is the gist of
Okay.
this? So if an NP sees a patient, you can't bill this as
That's
critical
right.
care?
If they see the patient in critical care, they would bill for the critical care.
There's only one MPI number that can be billed for it, and there's no split share. You can't put a modifier SSB on a critical care code, period. So what we talked about SSB earlier does not apply to critical care.
So if I go to the room and the patient's having a problem, and I call him to the bedside, he could do the critical care, not, one of us
he's
could.
there for 30
Yeah, if
Either
he's
one.
there for 30 minutes, either one, but
Yeah,
not
both.
both.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Mhm.
Where's Mark?
So, I mean, and just like logistically, just like random scenarios, SVT and atrial fibrillation and those kind of things, are those considered critical kind of issues? Because I see the emergency department billing goes, it's critical care, somebody's in rapid AFib, and they're always like critical care. For us, it's like an outpatient visit.
Right. You would call us tomorrow if you're still in it.
Literally, I mean.
It's your specialty.
But the way we look at it, but I see it all the time, they're critical care visits. So when we go in, are we under billing? Should we, especially if we start somebody on amiodarone, which I think is probably toxic medication, if you start somebody on amiodarone rapid AFib, is that a critical care thing? Or,
Is it life-threatening?
Could be.
I mean,
At that
maybe,
moment,
but-
excuse me.
There's a list,
I mean, I guess if their blood pressure is dropping or something, maybe, but aside from that.
he had a list that he was reading off of, I guess he found it on, Baker's website. We can look for that and send it to you. It had a lot of examples of what is considered, critical care for cardio.
Yeah, we can
That'd be
see.
useful.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
I think,
But
I think
if it's
the AFib,
life-threatening,
yeah.
then that may lend itself to critical care. But as you just said, that's no big deal. Could it be? Sure, but is it at that moment? No.
Well, it's all perspective too, because if you're in a little tiny hospital, somebody goes in rapid AFib, that's like they get shipped to the ICU, and it's a big deal. Here, it's like not, it's just a lot of perspective too, so, I don't know, because that person may be in an ICU somewhere else, and they're certainly billing that as critical care time, but we don't.
That's for them, but again, I think you're right, but I think the bottom line, if it's life-threatening or imminent danger of organ failure, I think that would be the demarcation point for you to determine it's critical care. So. Now, with cardio, in terms of consulting, coming back to that a little bit, I know there was some concern about building level 5, and level 4, and level determines that again. I met the Heart Plus guys, I'm the new auditor for the new people coming on board. And they had a bunch of metrics in the assessment, which I tried looking up some of that stuff, and they were always billing level 5. Cardio, yeah, the nature of the work could be a high level, I get that. But I knocked out a few of their codes out to a level 4, and then they said, well, no, because this shows that they were critical, and this ratio shows that, and this means that it was critical. And I was fine with that. But I suggest, though, if you think a patient is in serious condition and you put down all that information that back up your code, great. But I would also suggest you do is put a summary just to sum up these measurements or whatever, I know I'm being big because I don't know all the terminology and technology of the cardio. Summing up why this patient is a level 5. So if an auditor from the outside does look at this, they'll be able to get it, because they probably won't know that much about cardio. They'll be less out something. Again, the whole key is to document it and make sure it's bulletproof. So think about someone who's reading your assessment and all your notes, not really knowing about cardio, and you're trying to prove to them it's a level 5. Does that make sense? Does that kind of put it in a different perspective? Because a lot of work you do will be a level 4 and 5, but prove it. And again, you don't have to prove it to me, but I'm just saying, the whole point is, a lot of these payers now are really tightening the screws. They are motivated not to pay you or to get money back. It's just the way it's come. Back in the day, if you undercould, with the old rule, if you undercould, you'd be fine. It's not like that anymore. You gotta be accurate. And they're going through everything. So as long as your documentation is bulletproof, I mean, if you miss a level, you're gonna get taken, not a big deal. If they're looking for consistency. So as long as your documentation proves that level, you should be fine. Again, their motivation is not to pay you.
On your example up there, 2 specific cardiologists, it looks like they're doing it at 2 different times. So can they do 99291, each of them, instead, and not the 99292? Because it would have to be the same person, is that correct?
No, it's continuous time, it's aggregate time, it's all under critical care.
It's 2 people. If it was 2 separate times during the day, they went into VTAC at 2 separate
It
times.
says billing is billed under either physician's NPI.
Right, but if Dr. Brown was there for 35 minutes and then he went away and had lunch, and Dr. Smith, the patient's having it more again, and Dr. Smith comes and spends 30 minutes with him, is that 2 people can bill 99291 separate?
No, one of them can. Only one provider from each specialty can bill that code in the days.
Ah. But if Dr. Brown came back, he could do a 99292?
It could be,
It could be billed,
the
but you
same.
didn't reach that 74
but it has to
minute
go
level.
under one NPI number.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Dr. Brown, the first cardiologist, came back and that he was the one who's responded to the recurrent VT, would it be a 99292? It wouldn't.
Because you have to bill everything under one provider,
Yeah.
and, excuse me, 99292 can't be billed alone. So if you saw the patient, and now you saw the patient.
No, I'm talking about if Dr. Brown saw the patient twice in one day for the same problem.
Oh, Dr. Brown, yeah.
Yeah. then
That's
you
right.
could-
So yes, I'm sorry, I was thinking you were saying one doctor saw him first and another.
I was at first, and you said that you can't do that.
Yeah.
But if Dr. Brown saw them twice in one day for the same problem, then,
Oh,
So
yeah.
if he was the first time,
Yeah.
you would bill the 291, the next time the
Mhm.
292, or whatever.
As long as that time went above the 74
Mhm.
minute threshold,
Mhm,
that
mhm.
first go. Okay.
I can ask you just a real quick question about observation. So, if you see a patient, we see a lot of same day kind of discharges, somebody gets, I'll ask you two, same patient times 2, to get admitted overnight, the mid-level sees them independently. We don't typically bill for their work if they get admitted before midnight. And then I see them next day, and they're getting a stress test, they're gonna be discharged. That is just a straight 99217 discharge, right? I don't do any 99254, it's just a 99217 discharge billing.
And the discharge on that day?
They're gonna be discharged, they came in the day before, the APP sees them, and the next day I see them, and it's just a 99217, if I basically
So
be
it's
discharged
Right.
overnight stay.
Yeah.
And now that same patient, let's say they came in the morning, let's say they came in at 2 in the morning, so now it's the same day, that is billed as what? They're getting discharged, that's billed as a 99217, or the 99, whatever the admission.
3, 4, or.
Yeah,
992.
it's a admission discharge same day code, which we can send it to you.
That's this
one
one.
of these, yep.
But not, you don't do any discharge billing at all.
You would just bill that one code, you wouldn't bill the initial and the
Which one is that? What?
or 2, 3, is it 4, 3, 6?
Three, four, three, five, 3, 6.
9, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6.
So you wouldn't even do any initial,
You're just going to one, because that includes the initial and or the admission and the discharge. And now they have to be there at least 8 hours for that, to bill that code on one calendar day. So they come in at 2 AM. If they leave at 6 AM, then you would only be able to bill the initial visit. You wouldn't be able to bill the initial and admission, the admission and discharge on the same date. You understand what I'm saying?
you have to leave this one here.
Yeah, so you only can bill that if they're there for more than 8 hours, but less than 24. It all
Is it
has to
ever
be on
time, is
the
it
same
ever
calendar.
time that you bill both the initial observation and the initial discharge? The 99220 and 99217, would that ever
Mhm.
happen?
Yeah, so they come in today, and then a midnight occurs.
No, the same day would that ever happen?
No,
No. Yeah, it's always like-
as
Two-
long as they're there at least 8 hours.
Two,
So if they come in today and they stay less than 8 hours
Right.
and they're discharged, then you only can bill like the 218,
Admission.
9, or
Right.
220.
Okay. Never
And you
discharge.
can't do discharge at all. But now they're here today and stay 8 hours or more, then that's when you bill the 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6.
that's a great question, because we have a fair amount of these
Yeah.
people, and I have no idea what
Yeah.
to do. I mean, I usually just discharge, I bill some kind of observation discharge, I don't even know what these codes are.
Right.
So you, I know you all might be relatively new to the service and all that, but is there some cleaning up of those charges that we, I mean, in other words, on the back end, you all,
Yeah, the billing group should be looking at those. So say you bill the admission and the discharge and it catches that it's the same day of service, they should be looking into it to switch the code over for you.
It's not in one of our default dropdowns.
No,
yeah,
it
that's what I
isn't.
mean, that's,
Yeah.
part of
that's,
Epic.
so,
Yeah.
so,
We have to search it, and if you search same day admission discharge, it comes up as some pediatric code.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
that's right, that's right.
So you actually have to know what the number is to be
Yeah.
able to
So
find
if you
it.
put
So I just put a
that code
discharge.
Maybe when you go in there, I think there's a way you can pin it to your
Exactly.
favorites.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes the favorites don't come up either, you never know when the favorite's gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, that's an epic thing.
Yeah, that's an epic issue, but,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think anybody knows
Uh,
about these three.
yeah.
We don't have,
Absolutely.
They don't come up on.
Ken uses it, see it shown.
we don't have it as as an option. We just
Right.
have the observation discharge is all we have.
Yeah, there was
That's
somebody
it.
else I ordered and they just had that, they never saw that kind of code before.
What?
I was like, oh, really, this exists? So she was very happy about that. Did you have a question?
I was gonna ask, and this may be obvious to everybody else, but so if we, sometimes we'll get called into a situation where there is, a critical care situation that's going on, it's the initial time that we're seeing the patient, and we spend, say, 40 minutes with the patient or whatever, critically imaging. And we do a consult at the same time, because that's the initial consult that we're doing. Do we just bill the critical care time?
Yes.
Huge.
Yes. Critical care takes priority.
Okay.
As long as it's a critical care
Right.
issue. I mean, you can do all the other work, but it's gonna be critical care.
Sure.
Okay, we're just about done. Does anybody have any other questions? Guys, we're
All of
quite
our
good.
contact information is in the folder too. If you have any questions, shoot us an email.
And we'll be sending out the presentation to you as well.
That's very useful, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Will you be doing personal chart audits?